What's up, everybody? Mancave Dave here in Michigan with a pickups video. As you can see, the garage is just completely out of control. I've been getting a lot of collections in, which is great. It's just finding the time to process them and the means to get them back out to all of you. So we have a couple of shows coming up. My wife and I are heading down to where are we headed to? MottCon, Flint, Michigan, at Mott College this coming weekend. We're pretty excited about that. And just some other things this summer. But this is some stuff that I picked up doing some rummage sailing over the last couple of weeks that I wanted to share with you before I get it all processed. Well, these Lego sets in the back weren't from a rummage sale, but a pretty significant clearance. And so I grabbed a couple of those. Lego, if you have the space, sets that are new, being able to store them for a couple of years after they retire, the prices, it's just, they go up. So, again, great price, and if they don't go out to a present for somebody for a birthday or Christmas, then those will be a good thing to get back out in a little bit. This next piece, somebody responded to a Facebook page, reached out and said, hey, I've got an old Atari. Is that something you're interested in? I said, absolutely. And so we had this wonderful black and white TV. This takes me back to being a kid. I remember having a little black and white TV when I was a kid, and not one, but two Atari 2600s. I have not tested them yet. They said that they tested them and worked. You know, who knows? It's probably 75% that all is good, but we'll see. We have some games here. Galaxian, Missile Command. Missile Command was always one of my favorites as a kid. That was one of the first ones that we had. We got, and Space Invaders. That was the other first game that we had. Some paperwork over here. A bunch of controllers. Missile Command, Warlock. And then this box of games also came with. Let me move these books and whatnot out of the way. So we got some classics like The Empire Strikes Back and Frogger, Cosmic Ark. My dad, there's my finger in the way. My dad always liked playing that one. Pitfall 2, Tennis, Chopper Command, Space Invaders, Kickman for the Commodore 64, Cubert, Defender, Stampede. I remember playing that one quite a bit. Mystery Game, Chopper Command, Asteroids, Berserk, Centipede. That was always fun. Another Galaxian, Combat, Pitfall, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Donkey Kong, Gremlins. So Atari 2600 has a special place in my heart. That was the first game system that we had. Certainly things aren't necessarily super valuable, but just kind of fun. The folks I got this from were having a garage sale the next day and were kind enough to let me take a little look-see. I picked this up. It's like a Barbie stereo, or I don't actually see Barbie on it. But it's kind of neat. So I got to test this out and see if it works. It's like a record player. I think it's a radio is what it is. Here's the radio bits. I got the battery cover somewhere over here. And then this, which I guess there's a plastic cassette tape that's missing that you can insert right here. And this pops up, maybe. A little screen, which is kind of fun. So we'll see if that works. I also picked up a VCR here with all the fixins. And this Ernie doll. And some vintage books. We got Garfield, Care Bears, a whole bunch of these Care Bear books, and Cabbage Patch Kid, a few of these books. Not super valuable, but I don't know, these collections, they're very nostalgic and fun. And then this was neat, this Sesame Street little book corral, so that was fun. I don't remember how much I paid for this guy, maybe a quarter or 50 cents, but Captain Crunch, these Cabbage Patch Kids, I tend not to do a lot with Cabbage Patch Kids, they just kind of sit at shows, but these were the horses. They were kind of cool and only $1 a piece. They're vintage. So I grabbed them. Let's see here if there's a tag on them. Cabbage Patch Kids. So grabbed each one of those and the figure for $3. Let's see. What else? Got some books here. Marvel Superheroes. These were like a quarter a piece. Doctor Strange. I like Halloween and creepy stuff. So I picked up these Stain Bears. I always remembered as the Berenstain Bears, the Mandela Effect. Had to grab those. We've got a Pokemon Player's Guide. Again, picked it up for a quarter. As well as this Majora's Mask manual. And then some VHS movies, a couple copies of Merlin. I don't remember that movie, but it's got quite a cast in it. So, and then The Network, When a Stranger Calls Back, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Boys in the Hood. The VHS extended version, and it's sealed. It's a little bit, there's some value there. And then we've got Bats and The Howling. I always pick up horror movies on VHS when I can find them. I just love them. So then another rummage sale. I picked up all of these. They were $1 a piece. So we've got In Living Color Season 1, The Swarm, Xbox game, WrestleMania 28, Rock vs. Cena, Batman 1989, so classic. The Clone Wars, which is awesome. Some more wrestling. What do we got? Pay-per-view 2011. Not a big wrestling guy, the newer wrestling, but I mean, for $1 a piece, sure, we'll pick them up. Somebody will want them. Let's see what else. Raw, Best of Raw and SmackDown 2011. And then a sealed version of Cocoon, which was kind of fun. Got some books here for about $0.25 a piece. So Goose Goofs Off. Again, these Sweet Pickles books are very nostalgic. And then a bunch of vintage Sesame Street books. What Would You Do? Look What I Found. The Toolbox book. Frazzle's Fantastic Day. What Did You Bring? Special Delivery, and I think the last one's a Care Bears book. So all those were $0.25 a piece. And then last but not least, you got an Xbox for $5 with the cords and a VCR for a couple of bucks. So figured I would give those a shot. And the same folks where I got the Atari, I got this thing. I was just talking to somebody about these. It's a My Size Barbie in the box. These can have a little bit of value, so be interesting to learn a little bit more about it. I think she's in there. Yeah, she's in there. Let's see what I can find out. Last but not least, we have this awesome piece here. This Nintendo toy chest. Just got great graphics. It's not in perfect shape. The top especially has some love to it. But this, I had bought some toys from somebody, and they messaged me back, Legend of Zelda and Super Mario Brothers, and said, hey, I've got this. I'm just going to chuck it. Do you want it? I said, yes, absolutely. How much do you want for it? And they wouldn't take money for it, which I'm very conflicted about because these can have some value, but super appreciative that she reached out to me on it, and really glad to add this to my collection. This is going to be one of those things that I keep, at least for a while. I also have, over here in the mess, you can see it back there, a Ninja Turtles one. And so they're just really cool pieces and fun to add. Well, the last thing is this table. This table belonged to a bunch of my students. It's kind of fun. They all signed it. And after they all left at the end of the year, I saw it leaning up against the dumpster. And I am not too proud to say, hey, that's a foldable table. I need those. I will grab that and now use it for Mancave Dave show. So to all the students who loved this table and used it for, I am sure, things that are not against policy, thank you for the table. I appreciate it. But anyway, from here in Michigan, it is a beautiful day. This is Mancave Dave, and I hope to see you all out there soon. Thanks for watching.